psychos just keep getting younger.
Talk.
Missing something?
Not in the mood for games.
I have a kid here. Says he's your son.
I'll be right there.
Really ticks me off after all those lectures he gave me about using protection.
Indeed. Are you all right, Master Dick?
I took the cut. I can take the stitch.
Maybe you need more anesthetic.
And maybe you need to go
Master Dick!
Maybe you should remember who the Blood Son is.
Bloodthirsty's more like it.
Alright, so Justice League War ends, and as you know, I don't like that movie. Piece of shit. So, I watched Son of Batman, and keeping Justice League War in mind, I wasn't really pleased where it was going, so I watched Son of Batman, and it wasn't bad. I actually thought it was okay. I mean, okay. So, Son of Batman is pretty much the story of Damian Wayne and him being raised by the League of Assassins when Deathstroke comes to take over the League of Assassins, kills Ra's al Ghul. Everyone says Ra's, I'm going to kill them. It's Ra's. Okay, so he kills Ra's, and Talia believes this is the perfect time to pretty much, it's time to meet your father, Damian. He's finally going to go meet his father, and when then Damian meets his father, and pretty much the film goes from there. Alright, okay, what don't I like about this movie? Like, okay, look, I know Batman's like supposed to be the guy who isn't afraid or intimidated by anything, but you just found out you had a kid you didn't know about. I mean, you can at least show like some sign of intimidation or shock. Anything. Just show something. Okay? And, okay, Damian is pretty much just a little punk in this movie. He's using Bruce's dad's grandfather's sword to chop down the trees for no apparent reason, but just to be a dick. He treats Alfred like crap. Like, you go fetch me some tea, Pennyworth. Dick, if someone said that to me, I'd... Okay, but anyway, he pretty much just wants... Damian wants vengeance for his grandfather's death. And he's pretty much just a ravenous beast. He pretty much is a bloodthirsty monster who just wants to kill. And Nightwing gets into a little clash with him when Damian's tracking down this one assassin member, Ubu, who knows where Deathstroke is. And he almost kills Ubu, but Nightwing stops him. And he calls Bruce up on his phone, and he's like, I found someone, and he says he's your son. Then it like cuts back to him, and he's fucking bleeding, cut up, and fucked up, but he won, so, God, little vicious monster. Oh, God, and another problem I have with this movie, that Bruce doesn't really talk to his son that much. Okay, I know this is like an hour and 16-minute movie, but you can at least like throw in some kind of, some character development with him and his father. but they only like talk to each other like 3 or 4 times in the movie. Like, okay, there are 2 conversations I liked in the movie. One is when he pretty much just like throws the chair to the side and pretty much freaking yells at Damien for being a little brat who just wants revenge, and she wasn't acting like a warrior, he was just acting like a brat. Good. That was a good conversation. I like that one. The other conversation is when when Damien and Bruce are pretty much in the plane and they're just talking, and Bruce says that there's a difference between being a warrior and being human, Damien, and he needs to learn both sides in order to like be better than his father in a way. So that I like that talk. That was a good talk. And the subplot of the movie is Deathstroke is trying to pretty much create this super army of Man-Bats and pretty much take over the League of Assassins with them. And he uses Talia as bait to pretty much get Damien over to him so he can pretty much kill him. But Batman finds out pretty quickly where he went, so Talia gets shot, and Damien goes after Deathstroke, and it pretty much ends with a kick-ass fight scene between Damien and Deathstroke. And it was a well-done action scene. I liked it. I like how it kept the focus on Damien, and even though he was a little brat. But all in all, I think this movie's worth your time. I mean, it's not the best, but I think it's like worth at least a rental, or queue it up on Netflix like I did and just watch it. I mean, I've never read the comic, but if it's like this, I think it's good. So, all right, so Justice League War, bad. Son of Batman, okay. And now we have Assault on Arkham.